There are two kinds of freelancers when it comes to bookkeeping. The first kind opens their accounting software every single morning, categorizes every transaction within minutes, color codes their receipts, and treats bookkeeping like a full-time hobby. The second kind opens a shoebox of crumpled receipts on April 10th, panics, throws everything at a tax preparer, and pays a $400 rush fee. Both are wrong. Today, I am going to show you the exact 90-minute quarterly workflow that keeps your books clean, your taxes paid, and your stress low. 4 times a year. 6 hours total. That is it. Welcome to the Freelancer's Wealth Blueprint, where we turn freelance income into long-term wealth. If you are self-employed and you want systems that actually work in the real world, hit subscribe. This channel is built for you. So why quarterly? Because the IRS already gave us the cadence. Estimated tax payments are due 4 times a year: April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and January 15th of the following year. If you are doing bookkeeping quarterly, you are reviewing your numbers right before each tax payment, which means you actually know what you owe. You catch mistakes within 90 days instead of 9 months. And 90 minutes is short enough that you will actually do it, but long enough to get real work done. Daily bookkeeping is overkill for most freelancers. Annual bookkeeping is malpractice. Quarterly is the sweet spot. Before we start, let us talk about tools. You need accounting software. The big 3 for freelancers are QuickBooks Online, which runs about $35 a month, FreshBooks at $21 a month for the basic plan, and Wave, which is free for accounting and invoicing. Any of them will work. I covered the comparison in video 95. You also need bank and credit card statements for the quarter, your mileage tracking app or log, and a folder or cloud drive for receipts. That is the entire tech stack. Now, let us walk through the 90 minutes, block by block. Block 1. Categorize transactions. 25 minutes. Open your accounting software and pull up uncategorized transactions for the quarter. Most software auto-categorizes based on past patterns, but you need to verify each one. Recurring transactions like your software subscriptions, web hosting, and phone bill should already be auto-coded. New vendors need a category. Match every business expense to a Schedule C line. Office supplies, software subscriptions, advertising, professional services, travel, meals, contract labor, and so on. If a transaction is personal, mark it as personal or owner draw. Do not delete it. The IRS wants to see the full picture. 25 minutes is enough to handle 3 months of activity for the average freelancer doing 100 to 200 transactions a quarter. Block 2. Reconcile your bank account. 15 minutes. This is non-negotiable. Pull your bank statement for each of the 3 months. In your accounting software, run the reconciliation tool. Match every transaction on the statement to a transaction in your books. The ending balance must match exactly. If it does not, you have a duplicate, a missing transaction, or a data entry error. This is also how you catch unauthorized charges and bank fees you forgot about. 15 minutes is plenty if you do this every quarter. If you skip a quarter, it takes 3 times as long the next time. Do not skip. Block 3. Reconcile credit cards and payment processors. 10 minutes. Same drill for any business credit card plus PayPal, Stripe, Square, or whatever you use to collect payments. PayPal and Stripe in particular are where freelancers lose money. Processing fees, refunds, chargebacks, and currency conversions create a mess. Reconcile the gross deposits from these platforms to your bank and book the fees as a separate expense category. Do not just record the net deposit. The IRS sees the gross. Block 4. Mileage log review. 10 minutes. If you drive for business, open your mileage app or spreadsheet and verify the quarter looks complete. The IRS requires contemporaneous logs, meaning logged at or near the time of the trip. Recreated mileage logs get challenged in audits and frequently disallowed. The 2026 standard mileage rate is 70 cents a mile, so a freelancer driving 5,000 business miles a year is looking at $3,500 in deductions. That is real money. Verify date, starting location, destination, business purpose, and mileage for each trip. Missing entries? Reconstruct from your calendar within 24 hours, not in April. Block 5. Receipt filing. 10 minutes. The IRS does not require physical retention of receipts under $75 in most cases, but you need some record. The cleanest system is a cloud folder organized by quarter, with subfolders for each Schedule C category. Use your phone camera or an app to capture receipts in the moment, then drag them into the right folder during your quarterly review. For receipts over $75, especially meals, write a quick note on the receipt about the business purpose and who you met with. 10 minutes is enough to organize a quarter if you have been taking photos in real time. Block 6. Run your profit and loss statement. 10 minutes. In your accounting software, generate a P&L report for the quarter and year to date. Look at the bottom line. What is your net profit so far? Compare it to your projected annual profit. Are you on track? Above? Below? Look at the expense categories. Anything wildly higher than last quarter? Anything missing? This is where you spot the categorization errors from Block 1. A normal freelancer P&L should have 10 to 15 expense categories. If you have 50, you are over-categorizing. If you have 3, you are under-categorizing. Block 7. Calculate and pay your estimated tax. 10 minutes. Take your year-to-date net profit, project it for the full year, and use the safe harbor rule. You owe at least 100% of last year's total tax liability, or 110% if your adjusted gross income was over $150,000. Divide by 4 and that is your quarterly payment. Or use the actual current year method if your income is steady. Pay through IRS Direct Pay or EFTPS. Save the confirmation in your quarterly folder. Done. That is 90 minutes. 4 times a year, 6 total hours. Before you close the laptop, schedule your next session. Put it on your calendar for the week before the next estimated tax deadline. Make it a recurring appointment with yourself. If you treat it as optional, it becomes optional. If you treat it as a client meeting, it happens. If this helped, hit subscribe and check out my bookkeeping software comparison in video 95. I will see you in the next one. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute tax advice. Consult a qualified tax professional for guidance specific to your situation.